Just checking if the Wi-Fi is going to play nicely this time. Otherwise I might have to ring stupid Vodafone. Okay, well it hasn't dropped off so far, so that's a good sign. Okay, so I have been sick for, like, this is day 6 now, so I had 5 days of horrible sickness and feeling really gross. And today's my first day that I'm not feeling really sick, so I was actually thinking I might do some makeup today because I do have to go out now and I don't want to go out looking like this. My gosh, I still look tired and worn out, and it has been a pretty rough sickness. So anyway, so I thought I'll just show you how to turn this this ugly mug into something a little bit more presentable going out the doors. And I thought I'd tell you quickly what I did as well, because I had 5 days of sickness, and every night, like, normally you put your moisturizer on and your eye creams and stuff like that, and I was just too sick and I was too tired, so I just didn't do any of it. And then by the end of day 5 my skin was like, it was a bit angry with me, and so I did a really nice exfoliation, which I'll show you another day. It takes too long. But I also did this bamboo sheet mask, and oh my gosh, I looked like a serial killer. But I did a bamboo sheet mask, and this is a hydration mask, and you just put it on your, obviously cleanse your skin, and then you know, whatever, cleanse it. I used toner. I just cleansed and toned, and then I popped it on my face, and you leave it there for 15 minutes and have your coffee or whatever. Oh my gosh, honestly, yesterday my skin was just glowing, like hardcore glowing. So I did that yesterday. It was just hardcore glowing all day. It was so nice. So, and such a good, you know, a really good way to give yourself a really quick, intense moisturizer. Also, my favourite moisturiser is the Nutrich oil. So last night I put Nutrich oil on again, and even though I look tired today, because I just am, because sickness just takes it out of you, I woke up and my skin felt so much nicer. Okay, so today I'm just putting on a normal eye cream. I normally put on my TFF, which lifts your eyes and wakes them up, but I literally have just put this on, which I usually put the TFF eye on first, and I haven't done that because it just wasn't sitting there, so that was dumb. But anyway, this is a nice one as well. It's just that the TFF eye serum will just lift up all that kind of baggy skin, and just around your eyes it'll just give it a really good lift, so it just instantly makes you look more awake. So that's I'm just putting on a base for my skin first, because there's no use putting on makeup if you haven't got a decent base underneath, because your makeup just won't sit as nicely if your skin is not moisturized and nourished. So anyway, the first thing I'd put on just before my Wi-Fi disconnected before is called the Aqua Supply Booster, and I put that on. I've already done it, but I'm going to do it again. It's got this really crazy consistency, almost like, I don't know if you can see that, it's almost like snail gel or something, and it really does feel really velvety. It's just got a really beautiful velvety, just an incredible, really silky feeling. And what this Aqua Supply Booster does is it actually helps you to draw in moisture into your skin. So it's like helping to absorb in moisture. So you put this on first. So this is Aqua Supply Booster. So Aqua Supply Booster. For those of us who are a little bit slow like me today. What you do is you put that on first. That's a serum. So it's not the moisturizer, it's a serum. So then any moisturizer you put on after that is going to absorb more fully into your skin. And of course, like I said, I did an exfoliation the other day too, because, you know, getting rid of all the dead skin cells off your face so that you can actually absorb moisturizers better is going to help you, help you have the best base for your skin as well. So I've just put on a DNA cream here. That's this cream. This moisturizer is a really good one. It gets down to the cellular level, so it gets right deep into your skin. Really gives you a really deep moisturizer. It's also good for pigmentation, so if you use it regularly, you'll find, you'll minimize some of that pigmentation on your skin. I have a really big, huge freckle, which you can still see a little bit on my nose. I've had it ever since I was a little kid. And you almost can't see it now, but it just was always this great big freckle right on my nose. which I got after a very, very intense sunburn when I was little, and it's never gone away, never ever. So as light as you can see it now, that's pretty much just from using these beautiful moisturizers. Okay, so today I'm going to use something a little bit different because I said this is a summer makeover. So I'm going to use this Perfecting Oil-Free Foundation. So, you know, summertime you get a little bit more oily, a little bit more shiny, and for those of you with particularly oily skin already, this is a good one because it's oil-free. For those of you who don't have oily skin, this is still a good one because you're putting on moisturizers anyway. You know, oil-free helps to prevent things like your skin clogging, you know, getting, you know, too much of a build-up of dead skin cells and all that sort of thing. So this is, the colour that I'm using right now is Nude, and what I like about this foundation is it's really fine. Like, it's just your teenagers can wear this because obviously if they have oily skin and they don't want to have pimples, they can use this, and it's just a really, really thin, fine moisturizer. This was not, foundation. This was not the foundation that I have used most of the year. Like I always use the Flawless because the Flawless for our age group just goes on so beautifully. But for the sake of this being a summer makeover, with the Flawless, you need to stuff all of it, like 1 to 3 drops of Flawless foundation. But this is called Oil-Free Perfection, or NC Perfection Oil-Free Foundation, and it's just good over the summer. So you're just not having too much extra oil in your skin. Okay, ask any questions that you like as we go. I don't usually do these on here. I usually just save these for my makeup group, but today I just thought I'd come in here and terrify you with my bare face. And also just for those of you who don't know how to do just a nice makeup, I thought I'll just show you a nice easy summer makeup. And I want a makeup that's really pretty and glowy. So for summer, you don't want your skin to look all matte and dry, and you don't want heavy looking makeup on your skin over summer. Just want a nice, fresh, glowy look. So this is the NC. So as you saw, I first of all put it on with my fingers. So I don't like to waste product, and I think brushes always just absorb so much, or they gather so much product into the bristles that I always just will do my brushing last. So I buff it out last. So I always just stipple around the eye area because, you know, it's sensitive. You don't want to be pulling too much at your skin around the eye area. So now you can either, I would generally powder this because it still feels like really quite moisturized. So you can either use like a translucent powder, some kind of light, I just need to get this off my lips, and I didn't bring my wipes in, so I'm just going to use this toilet paper because I'm a bit manky, and I'm just going to wipe it out of my eyebrows too. Okay, so you could use a translucent powder, or you can use a mineral powder. So I really like this mineral powder because it goes on, it sets your foundation, gives you a little bit more of a layer, but it's also not really, really heavy. So it actually looks, it just makes your makeup look, well, it sets your makeup for a start, but it also keeps that really luminescent look about your makeup. So like I said, for summer, you don't want your makeup to look really heavy and drag your face down, and you just don't want to look like heavy winter makeup. And so this mineral powder is really beautiful. It keeps that nice sort of glow on your face. As you can see, that's not making my face look like thick and full of makeup. That's just giving it a really nice glow and a tiny bit more coverage. The cool thing, you can go down your neck as well if you want to join those colours up, because your neck is usually, you know, quite a lot fairer just under your jawline. Obviously the sun doesn't see so much down there. And just as long as your foundation's all set, so you can actually touch your face and it doesn't feel all sticky or wet or moisturised, and that's kind of what you want to get started. So that's your makeup base. I really love that. I just love that mineral powder. I just think that is such a pretty powder, and it's just got that really gorgeous glow about it. So again, like, you don't look like you're wearing tons of makeup. It doesn't look thick and heavy, and it's not yucky. So this NC Perfecting Oil-Free Foundation, which we used first, is an 8-hour foundation. So you'll get really good longevity out of that, which is something that we want as well. Okay, so I'm going to use this little palette here. This is my favourite little palette. And, oh, that's actually my old one. Hold on a second. I'll just get my... I don't know what I've done with it, but I'll just open this one so you can see. Such a nice palette. Look at this. Check this out. So pretty. So pretty, pretty, pretty. I love this so much. Okay, so it's got everything pretty much that you need. It's got your 2 blushes here. It's got a bronzer, a highlighter. It's got 2 matte colours and 2 shimmery colours. So it's got really a whole, a whole makeup look in there. It's got this tiny little brush, but I don't really usually use those brushes. I think it's better to have your own decent set of brushes. Like, that's the difference between an average makeup and a good one. Now with these, you can use any colour that you like. These are the eyeshadows, but you can use your blushes or even your bronzer if you want for your eyeshadow. It doesn't honestly matter. These are just indicative of where to put things. So for me, I'm wanting to do a nice summery kind of look, so maybe I'll just go with a little bit of the bronzer. So I'm just going to dot a little bit of bronzer, always using a nice sized blending brush. And so I'm just going to put a little dot of that. And again, make sure you haven't got a whole lot of moisture on your eyes to start with, because when you're blending your eyeshadow out, if you've got too much moisture on your eyes, it's not going to blend well. So you just want to really lightly in your hand, you just hold that brush really lightly so that your wrist, like holding a drum, drummers, they just have really loose wrists, and you do that with your brush as well. Hold it lightly in your hands, almost like it's just sitting in your hand and you're not even holding it, and then just backwards and forwards. So you're going little tiny weeny circles and you're going backwards and forwards over just that bit of your eye socket bone right there. We're just putting on like a background colour there. And it's called like a transitioning colour, or a transition colour, and that just gives you a little bit of dimension to your makeup look. And it's the difference between somebody who's not maybe a makeup artist and somebody who is. So if you know a little bit more about makeup, you'll know that those transition colours create a little bit of a 3D kind of effect to your makeup. So you haven't just got this slapped on your face look. So it's just backwards and forwards, and I've only put the tiniest little bit of colour pigment in there. So it's just to create a little bit of colour to the eye area. So because I'm doing a summer look, I'm not going to put a second colour, which I might do if I wanted to look a little bit more of a heavy look. I might put a darker brown in here, right inside the crease and just into the corner there, and just darken that up and give that a little bit more, va-va-voom. But I'm not going to do that because I'm just doing like a day look for summer. Okay, so there's 2 things you can do here. You can either go with one of these shimmers, and if you want your eye makeup to last longer, you can either use a little bit of concealer on your eyelid, or you could use an actual primer. I do have a primer here. We don't have this in the range anymore, but concealer pretty much does the same thing. So you literally just get a little bit, or maybe I should show you just with the concealer so you can see what we do have. Little tiny bit of concealer, just a little weeny bit. I always put it on my hand first, because to make sure that it doesn't come out too intense. You don't want too much. And then just use your finger and just pop it on your eyelid like this. So you've just got the tiniest, as you can see, and that straight away makes it cling. Your product will cling to that product because it's really nice and matte and hard, and it gives your eyeshadows something to clutch onto. So I'm going to use a flathead brush for this, and I'm going to show you two things. I'm going to put on the champagne-y looking colour, this one here, and it's just a nice, whoops, nice summery looking colour, but then I'm going to show you another summer colour that we've got that's really, really pretty. So I'm just going to do one eye with this one. So this is, that's a nice, a really nice light shimmer, but I want to show you our new shimmer, which is so pretty. So it's up to you whether you want to use this for the day or not. I do, I use this during the day, but it's so gorgeous. So this is called Rose Champagne, and this is our like shimmery kind of gel, but oh my gosh, it's amazing. Let me show you this. So pretty, eh? Look at it, so gorgeous. Whoops, I just put it on my finger first for a bit more control, and you can use a little brush to spread it out. But look how nice and shimmery that is. So actually I'm going to put that on that eye as well. So nice, so glittery. So the thing is, people think that you get older and you can't wear shimmers. So I've got lots of messages coming through now. People think that when you get older you can't wear shimmers, and that's not true. It's just more about placement and knowing your limits, and you know, obviously there's a difference between shimmer and glitter. And also it's about how your whole overall makeup looks all together. And you really just want to focus this only on your eyelid, and you've already put your transition colour on. So you've got that little background colour. There's a bit too much shimmer right in that corner there. And again, just on your eyelid there. I love that. I think that's so pretty. I do want to get that little bit of extra shimmer just out of the corner there, because let me see if I've got no have I got cotton buds? I don't have cotton buds. Okay, see that little bit of extra shimmer? I don't really want that there, but I don't have cotton buds with me, so tough. Okay, so nice shimmer, nice little background colour. It's a nice and summery. Oh god, that's annoying me, that little bit there. But nice, you know, nice little soft light background colour, then a little bit of shimmer. Okay, so now I'm just going to go for a charcoal eyeliner instead of a black, because I'm trying to have a like a summery look, so I don't want it to look too intense. So instead of using a jet black, I'm going to go into my waterline with charcoal. It's just a little bit less intense than black. And as you get older, the blacks can look a little bit more harsh, but in saying that, I always use a black liquid eyeliner as well, so that's whatever you like. The main thing I would say is probably don't put a whole bunch of eyeliner under your eyes, because it's really aging. Or I was looking at a photo yesterday of this lady. Oh my gosh, she was so pretty, so attractive, really beautiful big green eyes. She was older, like probably at least in her 50s or maybe even older, and she was just so attractive, but she had this dark black eyeliner all the way around her eyes and all the way over, and she had this bright coral lipstick on, which I love bright lipsticks, but it was just the black eyes and the bright lips, and it was very witchy looking, and I'm like, you know, there's just a way that you put on makeup, and that really is not it. Okay, so I'll show you a little bit more of the eyes soon, but I'm going to use this little marble palette, and it's so gorgeous. It's got the shimmer and the highlight in, and I'm going to put a bit of this on my cheek area. So I'm just making sure I've just got only a little bit on the end of my brush, and then dusting a bit off, because you just don't want to come in too heavy with that pink. And so balls of your cheeks. Just make sure it's kind of even on both sides, and then you blush all the way up into your hairline. So you don't just put a ball of blush onto your cheek, you go all the way back up into your hairline, because that's how you naturally would blush. You'd flush through your face all the way up into your hairline and even onto your ears, but I'm not painting my ears pink today. This is beautiful because it's got a little bit of a highlighter in it as well, and it just looks really shimmery, and it just makes your skin look really summery. So you've got that nice blush coming along, but you've also got this beautiful shimmery highlight as well. So just rolling that out, and I just go round and round and just put on whatever amount makes you happy. But obviously if you put it on so bright pink and you look like Betty Boo, then that's not as awesome. But sometimes I just don't put on enough, and then you know, kind of defeats the purpose of having blush. Okay, so then I'm going to use the actual highlight of this, and I'm going to, what am I going to do? I'm going to use this brush here, brush here, and I'm just going to show you placement of highlighter. So I'm just going to squish my brush down a little bit, and I'm going to put a little bit of that highlighter on the end there and just dust it off a bit as well. So you go for the highest point. So the point of highlighter is to look like you're, you know, if you go for a romantic walk along the beach at night time and the moon's dropping down over your face, wherever your highest points are over your face, that's where your highlighter would, that's where the moonlight would hit your face. So that's what you do with highlighter. You just put it wherever the moonlight would hit your face, which is the top of your cheekbones there, because they're the most protruding part of your face. And then for me, so you'd usually go at the top of your forehead there, because that would just drop down over the top of your forehead. But because my forehead's quite high and I don't want to draw attention to that, I put my highlighter sort of just a little bit further down, almost halfway or maybe 3/4 down. And I put my highlighter there as though that's the top of my head there. So it's all really just an illusion based thing. So that highlighter goes across the top. And you can put on as, you know, you can put on the amount that makes you happy. But I always recommend that don't go overkill at our age with highlighter, because you'll end up looking more like a drag queen and less like a romantic, unless like it's a romantic walk along the beach. Okay, I'm going to do this part of the highlighter last, which I'm going to put into this part of my brow, but I'm not doing that yet because I'm going to finish off some of this other stuff. Right, so with liquid eyeliner, it can be a little bit scary when you're this age and older, because for two reasons. First of all, you can't see as well putting it on. Just trying to find my little mirror. You can't see as well putting it on. Eep. So it's good to have a little mirror that you can work with. Also, you don't want to have it all over your face, do you? So what I do, take my liquid eyeliner, and I first of all draw a little line on my hand to make sure there's no clumps at the end of my eyeliner, because I don't want to go in to put my eyeliner on and then end up with a big clump and then you're stuffed kind of. So then I hold my lashes down, because I blink furiously when I'm putting on eyeliner, and then I put my liquid eyeliner, I lay it flat, so I don't come in like this, I lay it flat, and I just do a little tiny bit at a time. I just transition through my eyeline, and for me, I only want this as kind of like a thickener for my lashes. So I'm just putting it on a little tiny bit at a time. Flip it over to the other side, just stay as close to your lash line as possible. And if you stay as close to your lash line as possible, it's just going to minimize having a big clump of eyeliner coming on. So that's as much as I want. So this is a liquid eyeliner and it's waterproof, so it's going to stay really well. I'm going to do that. Oops. On the other side as well. So drawing that all the way along, and again, like I said, all I want is I want a black line as close to my lash line as possible, just so that it helps to thicken up the look of the lashes. So that's the same reason that I put the liquid eyeliner up inside my waterline, because I want to make this lash line look as dense as I possibly can. So because this is a summer look, I'm going to just use quite a nice, this is quite a nice conditioning mascara, and this is the 4-in-1, so it's got a bit of a moisturizing or kind of conditioning product in it. I'm just going to make sure there's no clumps on this because I haven't used this one for a while. And what I do is you don't pump your mascara. If you pump it, you're going to end up with lots of air in it and make it really gloggy and thick. So I just wind that wand through the mascara, and then I'm just going to take the tip of that and I'm going to pop it on the end of a bit of tissue just to get any clumps off the end of there. And then using your little compact mirror, just nice and close to your lashes. So the nice thing about this mascara is that you can actually put it on more than once during the day. It's really interesting. So the first thing that I ever found that I loved about this mascara, besides it being just really pretty and just a nice light mascara, if you like heavier mascara, go for it, but this is just a really nice pretty day kind of look. What I liked about this mascara is that you can actually get to the end of the day, and if you're in a hurry and you're going to go somewhere else and you wanted to refresh your makeup, you can actually go straight over top of this mascara with more mascara, and it doesn't clump it all up. It's actually really amazing, and it doesn't make it look all thick and yuck either. And I just like it because it's really light, just a really pretty light makeup. But so you've already worked on the density of your lashes by putting a little bit of liquid eyeliner on your eyeline and inside your waterline. So you've already worked on it looking a bit thicker. So you don't have to put tons and tons of mascara on. You can just go for a couple of light layers and just have a really fresh, nice, light summer look. Now, again, for summer, and this is totally up to you, but I find that if you leave your bottom lashes off, it just makes your eyes look more bright and more awake. So I just tend to leave the bottom lashes when I'm looking for a nice summery look. Okay, I'm going to show you quick brows. Again, summery brows. So I'm not going to be doing big block brows. First thing I do is always just make sure, usually I've got my wipes here and they're not, so usually I just make sure I've got no foundation in my eyebrows because I don't want that kind of yellowy, gingery looking eyebrow. And for me, I'll just go with a bit of beige through my eyebrows because it's just, really, it's just taking up the background colour. And I'll just brush that through any of the sparse bits in my eyebrows. So I'm not trying to create block eyebrows, I'm just trying to create a look where your brows are a little bit more full and just taking away those gaps. So that's why a powder is really, really good. So this is actually an eyeshadow, but I use that, as you can see. I use that all the time for my brows. It's such a good colour because all it does is it literally just goes over the nude gaps in your brow. And it doesn't create any kind of real colour, so it doesn't look like you put on a ton of brow powder or brow pencil, because there's actually nothing worse than seeing really thick, heavy brows on our age group, and also the wrong colour. If you put like a brown through your brows and you've got like kind of ash blonde brows like mine, then brown looks really weird. But not everybody knows that they look weird. That's the problem. Okay, so I'm just going to use a little bit of that highlighter again. I'm just using a flat tip brush, and I'm just going to put a little bit of that inside just to bring that pretty sparkle But again, not too much. We don't want to have a whole big band of shimmer. You just want enough that you can just see a little glistening in certain lights, and so that your skin looks really fresh and glowy. So if you've got a tiny little nose, which I don't, you can put a little dot of this on the end of your nose as well, just to make it look like it just kind of draws in all the prettiness of the sort of shimmeriness. And just a tiny little draw in the bow of your lip, and that just brings that real glistening look all through your makeup. So okay, so we've done, I think we've done almost everything. Okay, so I'm just going to do a little bit of lip gloss. So let me just choose a lip gloss. Again, can't see any of my lip glosses, but again, what's that one? That's not one. Okay, again, just nice to have a lip gloss rather than Pink Parfait. That looks alright. That's a nice summery one. Just nice to have a lip gloss when you're going for a summery look. These are really cool because they've got a little light in them, little LED light and a little mirror on them. So if you're actually, you know, getting ready in the car, you can have a look in your little mirror, or at night time you can see your lips and put your lippy on. So again, this is a whole, just a real summery, really sort of pretty daytime look. And then depending on whether you've got, you know, like gigantic bags under your eyes, which I kind of have quite dark circles under my eyes today because I've had 5 days of sickness. That's my wrong palette. You can... I've got nothing that I want. Shoot. Okay, you can put a little bit of concealer on. This is my concealer colour that I usually use, and obviously I've got my wrong one there. But you can also use a, that's my, a pen concealer, and I'm looking for my medium. Okay. Got lots of phone calls coming through. Okay, so I'm just going to use this medium one, which I haven't opened, and you just twist these around until the product comes out the top. So you've just got to go a little bit slowly because suddenly it just all appears. Okay. Oh, there's a little trick to these, and you just have to be you just have to be a little bit patient. Oh, there it suddenly just appears, and you don't want to be going too fast, otherwise you end up with way too much product. So I'm just going to put a little bit of that medium concealer under my eyes. These concealers are so good because they don't crease, so you don't look like you've got tons of yucky makeup on. I always get lots of phone calls when I'm doing live streams. Okay. So usually I'd use my palette concealer because it's got the different... Oh, if I hang up on you, it means I'm busy, right? No. Okay. Alright, so I'm just going to quickly set this, my setting spray. And this just gives it an all over nice shimmery, beautiful finish. And the good thing about this setting spray, apart from that it sets your makeup for the whole day, is it gives you like a really nice luminescent look as well. So once it's dry, look at my blimmin' winter hair growing. Okay, I'm just gonna wait for this to dry, and then you're gonna see the whole entire thing looks really summery, and it's just a really good daytime look. Usually I'd probably wear a brighter kind of lipstick because I like that bright look, but these lip glosses are really nice. My squeaky packet. Okay, so hold on. So that's dry, like that whole thing is, so that's the setting spray, and it's just, the whole look is really luminescent, it looks really summery, really shimmery, and I am going to put on a bit of a brighter lipstick because I feel a bit washed out with this one on, but you can see that's just an easy, nice, summery, fresh, summer makeup. So hopefully that helps some of you getting ready for a summer makeup, and gives you a few tips and tricks on what to do for placement and products and what's for what. And if you want any if you've got any questions about anything, just let me know, and I'll talk to you soon. Mwah!